I am a huge believer in the law of attraction, and I truly believe that what you think about is what you bring about. I also believe that you have to have a very high level of, well, they call it vibration, but just feeling good about life in order for life to be good. And I struggle so hard with being around other people who are not putting out that kind of vibration. I find that I tend to fall down to where they are. Why is it so difficult to hang on to your own high level of positivity and good feelings? And why is it just so easy just to fall into all the negativity and complaining of other people? Now, I do complain too, and I'm a really good complainer. If you've listened to any of my videos, you probably have heard me complaining many times. But it's not who I want to be. I want to be at a much higher level so that I can have a much better life and attract even more of the things that I want. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it so hard to hang on to your higher levels when you're around other people who aren't there? And I go back to childhood when we were happy as kids. My father did not like that. He did not like that at all. He was, how dare you be happy if I'm not happy, kind of a person. And he wasn't the only one. There are so many people in this world who absolutely cannot stand it when you're too positive and too happy and you're not down in the dumps with them because their life is so horrible. You know, I've been told to just knock it off with all that positive stuff. That wasn't the words used, but close enough. And people try to shut me up if I get too happy. You know, if I get too silly and playful and I'm having a really good time and my energy is high and my happiness level is through the roof, people just try to shut that down. They just don't like it. And it's really weird to me. You ever wonder why that is, though? Why it is that you can't be happy and not like your life at the same time? Well, I shouldn't say not like your life. That's probably a bad way of putting it. But to want to do better in life, I think that's okay to want to do better in life and also be happy while you're doing it. It seems to me, and I struggle with this myself at times, that when I start getting upset about things in my life that I don't really like, it's almost as if I'm telling myself what other people have told me is like, you know, how dare I be happy when there's this problem? Such as a few years ago when family just completely fell apart and things went completely crazy. It was like I couldn't be happy. I couldn't allow myself to be happy because my family was falling apart. And it just seemed so wrong to even think about being happy when things weren't right in the world. Again, that was ingrained when I was a child, but I'm an adult now and I can choose to be different than that. I don't have to think that way anymore. I can be happy despite it all, right? You can be happy despite it all. I know that's a challenge. That's a huge challenge, to be happy despite it all. But if you believe in the law of attraction and you believe that what you think about is what you bring about, and you believe that you must have a much higher vibration, a much higher state of being to attract into your life what you truly want, then you've got to be happy despite it all. You don't like the way your life has turned out? Then you better get happy about something and make it better. Maybe instead of joining people in their misery, you just feel compassion for them and understand that what they're thinking about is what they're bringing about. They don't want to hear how to feel better. I've tried that so many times, and as a human design projector, nobody wants my advice. Nobody, because they don't ask for it. That is the new path that I am going to take. I'm going to write it on a piece of paper and hang it on my board, that I need to hang on to myself, what I want to feel, but yet feel compassion for those around me who are not having the best of times, who are complaining about stuff. And I have to even have compassion for myself when I'm complaining, because I still do that way too much. And I just have to keep remembering what you think about is what you bring about. What they think about is what they bring about. Just have compassion that eventually they will figure that out and start thinking new and better thoughts. I tried to cut my thumb in half. It's all good though. Oh, by the way, how's your New Year's going? I am so proud of myself. I have actually exercised every day since the New Year, 10 days in a row. I know that's not saying much, because 10 days is a drop in the bucket compared to a whole year or two of training, but I'm proud of myself. How are you doing?